What's up YouTube? The Random Outdoorsman is back, and today I'm going to be making a survival knife out of a mower blade. The Random Outdoorsman. Yes! Okay, so I'm making this Tonto survival knife for Steven. He really likes that design. I'm going to cut it out, sharpen it with the grinder, and then go through from my 400 through 3000 grit whetstone, and then probably put a mustard patina on it. So this is going to look cool, and then wrap the handle in paracord. So without further ado, onto the cutting. I'm just using a cutting wheel on my die grinder to cut this out of this metal. This is actually the same kind of metal that I used to forge my tomahawk head out of. So it's very hard and tough. Here I am just finishing cutting out the blade and cutting off the tabs on the handle where the metal was still attached. Okay, well, I got done cutting that out. Took a little longer than I expected, but it is thick metal. So I'm going to go on to grinding it now. Just getting the edges kind of, smoothed down a little bit, and then start shaping it a little bit. So here I'm just taking my hand grinder with the spark guard and just smoothing around the knife, taking off some of the little burrs and tabs before I go to the belt sander, so I don't have to do as much work on the belt sander. And so here on the belt sander, I'm just making sure that the metal is all ground in the same direction and finishing up the handle so it's smooth and there's definitely no burrs on it. Alright, so I finally got done grinding this down. As you see, it's not perfect, but it's going to be pretty good. It still looks not very good here superficially, but I will take care of that. Next, I'm just going to grind the bevel here with the hand grinder. It's pretty thick, so I hope that bevel turns out how I want it to. But yeah, I'm going to use the hand grinder for that, and then obviously the Tonto part of the bevel. And then I'm going to finish it up and make it look nice. So now just sharpening it down with the hand grinder. I left it on there for a little bit too long though, and it got the metal hot enough to turn it colors. But this metal is very hard, so I'm not going to have to worry about hardening it. So here I'm just finishing up sharpening this. I've already gone from 150 grit up to this, which is 6,000 grit, and turning out pretty well. So once I get done with this, I'm just going to strop it. So now just stropping to get off some of the burrs. I'm not going to go through all I've done. If you want to see how to sharpen a knife, you can check out my video on that. Okay, so I got the handle wrapped as well. You see the blade there? It looks kind of nicked up, but it's okay. It's not affecting the cutting at all. I'm just not going to take the time that it will take to get that out because it's not going to matter. So the handle here, basically I had these two holes drilled. I put the paracord through, ran it the length of the handle, wrapped it, and then put it back through this other hole and tied it. So it feels really nice in the hand. They're kind of heavy actually. I have this leather sheath here that just happens to fit this perfectly. So that's nice. Steven will like that. It won't get cut. And then also this is very sharp. So I'll show you this. It's nice and sharp, especially for a survival knife that's this thick. And then you see how sharp that is, and then how sharp the tip is. That was a horrible example. There we go. So the tip is nice and sharp there. Can't wait to give Steven this, and I'm going to cut to that now. Steven freaking out and us getting to test this some. So we'll see how it holds up. Alright, so we're up in the woods today, and we're finally going to give Steven his knife. Oh, hi. You were up in that tree. Yes. Okay, so what we did here was we wrapped the handle again. Really fire. We wrapped the handle again and put a small little hand guard on there. So Steven, here you go. Thank you. It's awesome. Yep. The fire is horrible. Now we're just going to do some quick tests with it. First up, we got Steven here, and he's going to be batoning with it. Ready, and go. Ow. Wow. Perfect. Nice. That hurt. Great. Now on to a little bit of chopping. Wow. Pretty good. For a thick knife, it's pretty good.
This is hardwood, by the way. It's gotten soaked by water and hardened a couple times, which is kind of funny. Yes. Chop it. Yes. Awesomeness. A little bit of hardcore cross-batoning with this, also very hardwood. Go ahead. It's actually the same piece. Wow. Okay. That worked all right. Now on to some feather stick making.
Feather sticking.
It's a very thick knife. Let's try with this part of the blade. Okay, there we go. Yes, it's very thick down there, so that doesn't work as well. But this Tonto curve there feather sticks very well, as you see. Testing the pommel I put on this to see if it really works. Break it. Ow. Yes!
Hand hit it. But that's still fun.
Sandstone. So, I have a ferro rod here. I made this a 90-degree spine. Let's see how it strikes. Oh my gosh. Wow. Steven, you're not going to have any problem with the ferro rod now. And then actually this side ended up a little bit sharper. Oh my. You get that?
Yep.
So, no problem with striking. Now one or two more things. Now we got throwing. This is unnecessary but cool. Oh my gosh.
It works.
Wow. That was actually only second try.
Wow.
Oh my. Wow, that almost split the wood. Here, go ahead and give it one more real quick. Oh my.
Whoa.
I know there was a cut in the video there. That was just so he could get back. That was the third attempt, and it stuck twice. Alright, YouTube. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed that test. It actually threw really well.
Yes.
Steven, it only took him 2 throws to stick it, and then the third throw, it looked like we edited it out, but all I did was just stop the video. He actually got it on the third throw too.
Yep.
And I actually stuck it on my first time I threw it, just because of how balanced it is. What are your thoughts?
It could be a little more thin, but other than that, this thing's perfect.
So now Steven has a Savage custom-made survival knife.
Yeah.
And sheath.
Yes.
And so that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I want you to stay tuned, like, subscribe, and comment, because we're going to be making a new video here soon with a brand new product. It just came out, I think, last year, but not very many people have done reviews on it. So it's a really neat product, so just subscribe and stay tuned for that. You're going to love that video if you like this kind of stuff. So,
happy trails.
Happy trails.